Hello everybody, this is Albert with Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to do Kombucha versus Pu-erh. Which should you drink? Now before we begin, if you haven't visited us, we are over in New Braunfels, Texas, in a little antique area called Green, halfway between Austin and San Antonio. Come visit us if you're ever in the area. Also subscribe right now if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell and post a comment because you've probably had at least one of these things. So why do I pick Kombucha versus Pu-erh? Well, some of you know that these are both probiotic or fermented drinks. And we know the importance of the microbiome, especially the last 10, 15 years. So much research is coming out. 90% of the cells in us and on us are not human. So we have this symbiotic relationship with fungus and bacteria, not just in our gut, but in our skin and our body orifices. And the gut, we've seen a lot of our serotonin's made there, our mood neurotransmitter. So having dysbiosis or a bad gut, in other words, you could have more pathogenic bacteria instead of probiotic bacteria down there, can lead to bloating, indigestion, weight gain, mood swings, depression, weakened immune system, and all these things. So we really want to keep our gut happy. And there's two ways really to do this: prebiotics and probiotics. Prebiotics are going to be foods that naturally grow your healthy bacteria. So in our gut, since we're gut specific, you have on one side probiotic bacteria, in other words, good bacteria and fungus, and your immune system, versus pathogenic bacteria, bad guys, like E. coli, for example. And they're constantly fighting. So prebiotic foods are going to be foods that naturally keep our probiotic bacteria high. So foods that would do this are pretty much all fruits and vegetables, but in particular, unripened bananas are very good, asparagus, leeks, onions, but pretty much all fruits and vegetables are going to be prebiotic on some level, including like honey, dark chocolate, some cheeses. Probiotic foods are going to be stuff that has bugs in it, for lack of a better word. So Greek yogurt, kefir, kimchi, real sauerkraut, and kombucha and Pu-erh. So we should be consuming these things. Now, I have a holistic podcast I've had since 2017, and one of the early episodes I did is on the benefits of kombucha. Back in 2017, certainly like the paleo, eat clean people knew about kombucha, but it was definitely not as well known as it is now because a lot of the big beverage companies have really seized upon the eat clean movement of kombucha, and now they're making their own. So a lot of people know about kombucha. But in short, kombucha versus Pu-erh. We know there's 6 categories that come from the tea plant. Kombucha is fermented black tea. Pu-erh is a type of dark tea. It's its own separate category. So kombucha is similar to wine in that they use sugar in the black tea to ferment it. And that's going to lead to fermentation, and you develop a SCOBY, and then you use that SCOBY to grow more kombucha. And normally kombucha, what they'll do is to offset the kind of vinegary taste of it, they're going to add a lot of sugar. Now, if you do your own kombucha at home, it's very different, but we're talking about store-bought kombucha. You can look on the back. A typical bottle of kombucha is going to have almost as much sugar as a soda. You're looking anywhere from 10 to 25 grams of sugar. Now, why do they do this? Because they want you to get hooked on their product, and they know sugar sells. So the problem with kombucha is that black tea is arguably the least healthy of the 6 categories of tea. And it's not because black tea is not healthy, it's just green, whites, yellows, oolongs, and Pu-erh are just healthier in terms of level of antioxidants and whatnot. So part of it is it's black tea, and the second one is that the sugar. And we know that sugar kills, sugar is a carcinogen, sugar leads to diabetes, obesity, all these things. Now Pu-erh, which is the most famous of the dark teas, is healthier for you because you typically will drink it straight. Now, some people don't like raw Pu-erh or ripe Pu-erh. Raw Pu-erh to me tastes like a musty green. Ripe Pu-erh some people think it tastes like liquid dirt. We sell about 7 different Pu-erhs here. They're all going to be ripe Pu-erh. We have different blends: ginger turmeric Pu-erh, ginger peppermint Pu-erh, dark chocolate vanilla Pu-erh, a bunch of Pu-erhs. You're meant to drink them straight. So that in itself is going to be healthier because you're not adding sugar to it. Now you can add honey if you want, but ideally develop a taste to drink it straight. So kombucha versus Pu-erh, which should you drink? Pu-erh, because you're supposed to drink it straight. And also, it does have more strands of fungus and bacteria in it. Now, is kombucha bad for you? No. I'd rather you be drinking kombucha than soda. I'd rather you be drinking kombucha than lots of sweetened black tea. I'd rather you be drinking kombucha than a lot of different things, alcohol, for example. But when you're pitting kombucha versus Pu-erh, Pu-erh is better for you. So develop a taste for it. Guys, post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Agree or disagree? Until next time. Take care. God bless.